Looked like you maybe added a little bit of size during the offseason. How much are you up from last year?
I think around 10 pounds. I'm sitting at 255 right now, a little up and down, but yeah, definitely gained about 10 pounds in the off season.
Why was that the focus for you?
Some of it's from the injury, but I also have to sit a little heavy. I mean, played pretty light last year, around like 240, 245. I wanted to be at 255, so I just got to get some more muscle and cut off the fat a little bit.
So at this point, yeah, it's a matter of sort of changing the composition.
Yeah.
How much has the tight end room changed in 1 year? Is it drastic?
A lot, yeah. So we've had a lot of guys go out because the old guys are transfers, but Coach Kelly and Coach Denmark did a great job getting some depth. So a lot of, they're freshmen, they're young, but as you could see last year, they could do it. I mean, they all have potential and they all have their attributes, so it will be really good this year.
Do you suddenly feel like the old guy in the room with all these freshmen running around at tight end?
No, not really. I mean, we're kind of the same age. I'm still 18, so well, I'm 19 actually, but most of them are turning 19 soon, so we're kind of all the same age. But yeah, we're a little closer in age, I'll say.
What type of advice have you been giving them?
Just to have your own attributes. I mean, there's 7 of us in the tight end room. Not everyone's going to play. I mean, but Coach Denmark's going to do a great job of putting people in what they're good at doing. If you're a good blocker, you'll be put on a third and shorts. Or Coach Denmark's going to do a great job. So just staying patient with your process is basically the main thing.
Coach was talking about Pimpton the other day. What do you think of him?
He's good. He has a lot of potential too. I mean, he's a big guy and he's a little slim right now, but he's a freshman, so he's going to put on some good weight and he's tall. So I mean, any ball that's thrown up to him, he could definitely go get. And he's shown a lot of potential already in a few practices we've had.
You say that about like going up and getting any ball thrown his way. It seems like there's something different about his catch radius and ability to snag things out of the air. Are we seeing too like? Have you seen that as well?
No, I've seen that. Yeah, he's long. I mean, not just he's tall. His arms are down to his knees. So, I mean, he's long. So, his catch radius. He's good hands. So, yeah, it'll definitely help us this year too.
Mason, freshman year you'll have this season that people not expecting. Maybe you'll win the West and win 10 games. Now you're with these high preseason rankings, a lot of expectations. How does this equate to? They had to sell you on a vision, I guess, to come here. How does this equate to what you were told or sold on about LSU, and how do you feel like it's all coming together?
Yeah, I'd say it's coming together. We just got to be where our feet at and kind of block out the extra noise outside. I mean, if we just stick to what we're doing, no matter what rank we are, if we win every single game, no matter what rank we are, I mean, we'll make it. So we'll just take this day by day and game by game at the end of the day, and we'll exceed expectations.
Is this where you thought y'all could be?
Yeah, no, for sure.
What was your sort of perspective of that scuffle today in the 11-11?
It's just high emotions. I mean, everyone's excited to get out there. It's the 4th day of fall camp. We got new guys coming from being hurt, so they're just excited to be out there. And I mean, at the end of the day, they're men. They're just gonna scuff around, talk some crap or whatever. So I mean, it's not a big deal. We'll be fine.
We heard about practice fights in the past. In 2019, Joe Burrow, Patrick Queen was like a story. But like, we obviously aren't out there usually that often, so we don't see him as much. But is this fairly typical?
No, not often with Coach Kelly. I mean, maybe we'd had one scuffle last year. I mean, we've had 2 this year. I don't think Coach Kelly even says it to the team. We got to just start respecting our brotherhood and just respecting our teammates. At the end of the day, we're going to compete, and emotions do get high. We just got to control them.
Scheme-wise, does it feel like Coach Denmark can kind of, maybe open things up with the depth and the different options and different, like you mentioned, body types that you guys have at that tight end position?
Yeah, no, definitely, and I think that's his plan for this year. I mean, he's gonna dial up some stuff for us offensively, and we're gonna be really good at it.
We've seen y'all moving a lot pre-snap. Is that something that maybe you're getting to do a little bit more of this season?
Yeah, I mean, we did that a lot last season too. That's one of our main things to do is just move them around and see how they react and kind of get Coach Denmark a look upstairs of what they're trying to do. So we'll definitely continue to do that.
One in Connor Gilbreth, he's been working with tight ends, but also a little bit with offensive line. Is that kind of the plan or your understanding?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's brought in to be a good blocker. He's a big guy and he can put his hands on people. So we'll use him when we can. And he's an extremely good blocker, so we'll definitely take advantage of that.
Sounds like Coach Denmark wants to also, last year y'all were extremely efficient offensively, but now add more of an explosive element. What are some of the things that he's doing to bring that into the offense a little bit more?
When you catch the ball, get upfield and run. I mean, there's one thing just catching the ball and getting tackled, but if you can catch the ball, make someone miss, and make it 20 more yards, so that goes along with being explosive. I think they're just pushing that in practice. Once you catch the ball, you have to burst 2 stripes and just run out. If we get everyone doing that, we'll have more people making people miss and more explosive plays offensively.
So is it a matter more of y'all doing something after the catch, or even the routes you're running being designed to get you upfield a little bit better?
I'd say both, but I mean, at the end of the day, we got to do a good job of putting our foot in the ground and going vertical, and not going side to side a lot, just pushing upfield.
Your dad had his share of success in NFL career. I was wondering if he's imparted any advice on you after year one, like don't settle, continue to improve and better. Did you get any advice from him?
Yeah, like you said, continue to improve. I mean, block out the noise. I mean, sometimes I can get to people's head, but I don't think I'm a person to just settle in like that. I think I can keep going, keep getting better every single year.
Mason, so you had a great freshman year. For you personally, just as a football player, what do you think is the next step for you to take in year number 2?
Just play my role. I mean, there's only so much I could do, and Coach Denbrock is going to do a good job in the offensive staff to just put me in the position I can be in and just take advantage of the moment. And if I do that, we'll be perfectly fine.
You saying block out the noise is a key element. Block out the noise is a key element for you. How hard was it to block out the noise in the days after the Alabama game?
It was hard, but I mean, at the end of the day, we have a 24-hour rule. Like Coach Kelly says, is you can be happy about this game for 24 hours, but once it's over, we got to move on. And if you're stuck on the game, it can catch up to you, like it almost did to us last year against Arkansas. So I mean, you have the Sunday to enjoy the win, but after that, you have to drop it, and that's gonna help us.
And what areas have you seen Garrett and Jaden improve?
Everything. I think Nuss got actually very fast this summer. I think he ran 21 miles per hour. I think 21 something, but so Nuss definitely got his speed up, and Jaden just throwing ability. He's stepping up in the pocket, and he's just more comfortable with the offense, so he's delivering balls all over the place.
Could you reflect a little bit on what it was like to show up last year as a new player in a team that was just entering a new era, and contrast that to showing up again for August camp this year? What are some of the most relevant differences or noticeable differences?
Yeah, it definitely is different. I think everyone's kind of more experienced a little bit. I mean, the offense was new last year, so everyone, even when I got in here in May, everyone was kind of like iffy about the playbook. So I think everyone just knows what they're doing this year, and they're helping each other out. And people are coming in, they have more experience, so they can tell everyone like to get on the same page and stuff like that. So I think just our whole team is just more experienced in their playbook and our team.
So Mason, is the tight end position, is that expanded, or is it just more your knowledge of it, or is it more involved? Is there more dimension to the playbook of the tight end this year?
We're definitely trying to add more, and try to be useful. But I think Coach Denbrock, is adding more plays and more schemes for the tight ends and try to get more mismatches because we had more depth this year, of course. But other than that, we definitely are adding stuff for the tight end.
What sort of advantages do we maybe not see about having so many tight ends on a roster?
I mean, you can't travel them all. So, I mean, some people got to be on special teams, but other than that, there's 7 of us. They won't travel 7. They'll probably maybe 4 or 5. But, I mean, everyone's going to have a key role, and at the end of the day, they just got to play their role.
Was there a moment for you that Jaden last year solidified himself as like the guy on this team?
I don't know. I think just throughout the season, I mean, he just kept, week through week, he just kept showing. And I mean, people could say he hasn't been throwing for that many yards, but we're here winning games. We're beating Alabama. We're beating these really good teams. And no matter if he throws for 400 or 100, we're still winning. And he's getting our offense together on the page to win the game. So,
what impresses you about how much he's able to keep his calm? It seems like anything he doesn't.
Yeah, he's really calm.
Flat.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just who he is. I mean, he's really calm. He doesn't get high on emotions or anything like that. If there's a big moment, you won't see you'll maybe see a smile on his face. I mean, he's just really calm and lay low type of guy.
What does that do for y'all as an offense?
Calm us down. I mean, we do have energetic people like the receivers. I think Kyron's a little high motor, but other than that, just kind of calm us down. I mean, if it's a big scenario and everyone's nervous and Jaden's just standing there like it's nothing, I mean, you can look at him and be like, oh, it's nothing. So he definitely does help us out, getting on the same page and get us calm us down when we need to, when the emotions are high.
Did you get involved in the fight?
No, definitely not. I was not in there.
Jaden's durability, is that kind of more than you would expect, considering how much he exposes himself to big hits from very good SEC defenders? Or is there something about his elusiveness that actually allows him to miss the worst part of each tackle?
Yeah, I don't know. He's taken some lickings last year. He's tough. I would say just he's tough. I mean, he takes care of his body, but at the end of the day, I mean, he could take a hit, and he's shown it last year. But I mean, he does know what he's doing, and he has a high IQ about it, twisting and turning in those spots. But at the end of the day, he's just a tough guy. So.
And it sounds like you might have mentioned this before with feet on the ground, because it would only be human nature to say, well as we did last year when we had no idea what we had, just imagine how good we'll be next year. Are you guys like actively saying don't think like that? Or what do you?
Yeah, I mean, you can think like that, but at the same time, yeah, like you said, just be where your feet are. I mean, we definitely are a better team than last year, but every team really is. So just being where your feet are and just working at the things we need to work on from last year, and we'll just keep getting better every year.
Who do you think